Holy Quran here. Whole Holy Quran. All right. So now I can keep feeding my thoughts. I do all the time anyway, but now I can feed it with the words. And as a matter of fact, inshallah, I intend to increase the passages that I'm able to recite. The longest passage I can recite right now is Surah Rahman, all right, which has 78 ayahs. I can recite it. Praise be to Allah. But I can do more. Always understand that you can do more. You and I both are capable of doing more. We have not reached our limits. When we have reached our limits, Allah will call us home. That's right. All right? But he might call us home before then, too, if we don't look like we're trying to make any progress. As a matter of fact, no question about it, he will call us home before, because none of us are here to stay. You might be thinking, oh, well, if I don't reach my limits, I can stay here. No, you can't stay here. you have to go. We all going to have to go, whether we properly prepared or not. But we can make better preparation. And in that way, we will have a greater effect in life. And do you know that everything that we do that's good and causes someone else to do good, or do you know we get credit for it? Yeah, we get credit for it. Allah is the best mathematician. You know, like I was trying to find out how many silver type 4 there are. Allah figures it all out to its finest. So if you do a good, say you do something that influences a young man, or you influence a young woman, and 10 generations from now, because that individual passed it on to his child or someone, and kept being passed on, Allah got, okay, well, you one started that off with this and it kept going. You get 1/10 of 1/1000th of 1/10 of that, or whatever it is. But those goods add up, and that's how we make our record. It is increased even better for the mothers. Do you know that the mother is the only human being that gets additional blessings every time their children think pleasant thoughts about them, even when they're gone? The only thing that you and I can do to have any more blessings after we are gone is that we have done something that, like I was talking about, or maybe like help establish a mosque or whatever. And then that, as long as that keeps going, you continue to get blessings from. But the mother didn't get it for nothing. She raised those children. You see, she raised those children, and so when she raised those children raised good children, and they respect their mother, and maybe if they remember their grandmother and so forth, then she just keeps getting credit. And that's what life is all about. Or did you think life was about not missing the show on TV? You know, now we don't miss a single show. We can record 4 shows at one time. Don't allow that to be the limitations of your existence. The cathartic experience makes us sometimes dwarfed it, because we're satisfied with the good feeling. As a matter of fact, we get choosy about who we want to go hear speak, and who we want to hear lead the prayer, because they take us to a higher cathartic experience, you know. And if one of those persons not leading the prayer, not giving the khutbah, I ain't getting much out of it. Right. Well, something is wrong with you if you if you go to Jummah and who you want to give the khutbah is not giving the khutbah, and you now feel disappointed that you went to Jummah. Allah says, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idha nudiya lis-salati min yawmil jum'ati fas'au ila dhikrillahi wa dharul bay'. Dhalikum khayrun lakum in kuntum ta'lamun." Oh, you who believe, when the call for prayer is made, they put in there on Friday, but it's Jummah. Jummah doesn't mean Friday. It says, stop everything and hurry to the remembrance of Allah. So you're coming to Jummah not to see who's speaking. You're coming to remember Allah and remember the blessings of Allah. That's why I was inspired to learn that Surah Al-Rahman, because it puts that question, a provocative question to us. It's, فَبِيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Then which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? Count them up. And next time I see you, let me know how many favors you got from Allah. We couldn't count them. We're being blessed and don't even know we're being blessed. Not to mention the fact that we were blessed without even asking for. The blessing of life itself was one that was unrequested. Which one of you asked for 2 eyes and put them in the front of your head? And we didn't order ourselves. Allah knew what we would need, and He gave it to us while we were yet in the wombs of our mothers. Gave us our shapes and our forms, made our forms beautiful. That's what He says. That's what Allah says. So we want to understand that and not allow ourselves to get tripped out. And I think that's, he tripping. Yeah, don't come to Jumu'ah tripping. I think, don't come to Jumu'ah tripping about who's going to give the khutbah, who's going to lead the prayer. Come to Jumu'ah to remember Allah and be thankful to Him. There's a dua that we are taught to say when we wake up in the morning. It's Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amaytana. All praise is due to Allah, who has given us life after this our death. That's beautiful. And that's what Muslims all over the world are taught to say. But I'm telling you, as African American, we should say it all day long, not just when we wake up out of bed, because we've been asleep so long. Not just the physical sleep from 8 hours in the bed, but the 300 or 400 years that we've been asleep. Don't you know that we are asleep? We got to be asleep. If we are willing to allow our children to be educated by our quote unquote, all right, let's say quote unquote enemies, at least by those people who don't have our best interests at heart, all right? And we don't feel uncomfortable about it. In other words, yes, we got to have our children on it, but we should be busy trying to establish an opportunity to educate our own children. And look at the beauty of the time that we're in. I mentioned this to Brother Wallace, and I got a call from his wife, and she let me know that they had some chairs on a desk that had been donated. And I was excited about it too. But that's not the limitations of education now. With brothers like Brother Akbar and sisters who know the same thing, we can educate our children online now. We don't have to have a chair. We don't have to have a desk. Parents are buying their children computers. I got some 6-year-old twins. Their mother's sitting over here right now. They got their own something. I don't know what is it? A Chromebook. And they be sitting there dealing with instructions right on the. It's like a computer, She said Chromebook. I know you know what it is, Okay. So why should we then be satisfied to say, well, we ain't gonna take a whole lot of money to build a school? That's right. But how much does it take for us to get together and set up our educational program and then do our instruction online? Won't even raise the electric bill. You won't even know the difference in the electric bill. The computer uses so little electricity. You won't even know that it's up. So we should be busy. I'm not saying that we don't want the monumental structure of a school. But what are we going to do until we get that? I know that what they have in mind, which I'm in agreement with it too, is we can use space here. That's good. But how many more can we have contact with? If we set up our program and give systematic, regular instructions online, the children are already in tune for it. They already know. Do you know that a child is considered poor now if he doesn't have a computer? You ain't got no computer, man. You 8 years old, you ain't got no computer. You must be from the ghetto. Yeah. If we don't, here's the sad part. If we don't do that, they're gonna get the computers anyway and get a negative education from the computer. Yeah, junk on the computer. Don't you know there's junk on the computer too? So we have to do this. We have to get ourselves together and work together instead of envying one another. I was telling my wife I had an experience a few years ago in this neighborhood here where I was told that I could not teach Arabic at this particular location. Straight up told that. Assalamu alaikum. But do you know that what Allah has for you, no one can take it away from you? I was put out of that building. Yeah, but now it's all that I had. And what it was about 5 people that wanted to hear my presentation. They had heard some of my presentation. They wanted to continue in that. So we were meeting without interfering in. We didn't know what to say. The program started there at 9 o'clock. We would meet at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. And a brother came and told me that I couldn't do that no more. And told the brother who was unlocking the door for us at 7 o'clock in the morning, don't unlock the door anymore. Now, I didn't get angry about it. I got out the way. And you know why? Because Allah said his earth is a wide expanse.
That's right.
His earth is a wide expanse. You know, you ain't got no territory, man. We teach all around you, and let you catch a hearing too. Praise be to Allah. So we should understand this, that just because I didn't have a facility at that time, I still don't have a facility. But I'm granted use of a facility and technology that I didn't even dream of at that time. I couldn't even dream of that. I couldn't even imagine it. We need to understand something. Some of us think that this stuff's been here all the time. Do you know that the first time I was exposed to a computer, it was one computer in a room about this size, maybe a little bit smaller. It had to be air conditioned. And then you didn't type into the computer there. They had another room set up for key punch operators. And they operated and put the stuff on cards, and then we hauled the trays in there to the computer and let it feed through there. Now you walk around with 2 or 3 people get them a computer, Yeah. So don't think that, don't be so little. Well, ain't nothing we can do. Keep the faith and keep trying. Don't give up because someone said you can't. And if you don't give up, Allah will make a way.
That's right.
And he will make a way so good for you until if that person who was trying to stand in your way has any good intentions, he will bring you all together too.
That's right.
That's correct. He said, wheresoever you are, he will bring you together. So if they meant good and thought that they were doing good, if they really meant good, but now they may not have meant good too. There, some of y'all, we got a few people who around here. Yeah, we got a few people I'm looking at who around in the Nation of Islam days. They may not know this. I worked in the school under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And whenever the boys would get a little rambunctious, Sheikh Shabazz would come in, or Minister Yusuf Shah, but usually Sheikh Shabazz. He always had the very calm voice. And I remember some brothers said they wanted to form them a gang. So they had taken their first names and made them a word for their gang, and they had put it on the suburban train stop, and the word got back, and Sheikh Shabazz came in. Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Now you're gonna have to do better. You're gonna have to behave, because the messenger teaches us that if you don't learn your lessons and use them, the lost found are gonna come in and take your place. Many of us have come into the community and never were considered anything but lost found. I ain't gonna let you know what I know, because you take over, not knowing that the more you try to teach that which you do know, the better you will understand it yourself. You can't give away all that you know. Every time you try to explain it over again, you're gonna get a better understanding of it yourself. So don't say, he ain't no Muslim, I ain't gonna tell him this. This is no secret society. This is no secret order where you have to pay for your degrees. And I just learned this morning that the degrees are not what I thought they were. I'm saying 360 degrees. And so, the Masonics have a 33 and a third degree. And I'm thinking, well, that ain't even a tenth of 360. But it was explained to me that the 360 is 100%. And so what they have is 33 and a third percent of the 100, not of the 360. So we're talking about percent as opposed to degrees. Oh, praise be to Allah. So I learned something too. Do y'all know that I taught Brother Akbar something today?